Hey guys, my name is Kara and I am here to review Random Magic. So I'm going to start off by reading a little bit from the synopsis, but before I do, I want to let you guys know that I am the last person on the December Random Magic tour. So yay, Random Magic tour, and let's get started. This is what the book looks like. I think that this person looks like Nicole Kidman. I wasn't sure. I know who it is in the book, but I wasn't sure if she was supposed to kind of look like Nicole Kidman. I don't know. But I'm gonna read just like a paragraph about what the book is about. When absent-minded Professor Random misplaces the main character from Alice in Wonderland, young Henry Witherspoon must book jump to fetch Alice before chaos theory kicks in and the world vanishes. Along the way he meets Winnie Flapjack, a wit-cracking doodle witch with nothing to her name but a magic feather and a plan. And that's all I'm going to read from the inside. So, this book by Sasha Soren is, like I said, like I read, an adventure novel. And it really kind of tries to capture the idea of just being extremely random, hence the title Random Magic. Excuse me. So, I'm going to get really into this book. I'm going to tell you guys what I liked about it and then what I didn't like about it, and then tell you what I gave it as a rating. So let's start with the pros. The pros of this book. This book definitely went there in a lot of creativity, like really creative ways. Also, while reading this book, there's just so much creativity and so much in-depth research that the author put into it. I noticed so many things that, I mean, if you really, really wanted to understand fully everything in this book, I don't even know how long it would take you, because it's just so thick with information, which I really admire in authors when they take that much time and put it into their book. Which is another pro I have about this book, is the author is so awesome. She is so sweet, you guys. I don't think I've ever met an author who has been this hands-on with her novel. And it really translates. You can tell how much she really, really worked on it. The actual story was pretty good. It was, yeah, it was just pretty adventure-y. Nothing that we haven't seen before, but it just had a lot of stuff in it, which leads me to what I didn't really like about the novel, was that there was way too much stuff in it, just in general. It kind of got really hard to keep the plot straight, because it was almost like the storyline would stop and go off on these tangents, which would kind of deter from the actual plot, so then I would kind of forget what was happening, because there's just so much going on. Like, you really could have split this book up into like 10 mini novels for each of the plot lines that the author weaves into the story, like the vampires, you know, and all the pirates, like all of that stuff could be its own novel. So I feel like her trying to smush it all into one book didn't really work out too well, because it just kind of came off as this book was a little ADD in some places, whereas I feel like if it was separated, it would have been a lot easier to swallow. So yeah, that was the con that I had. But other than that, my favorite character was Winnie, who I sketched her in my sketchbook, which I will show in another video right after this. So she's a doodle witch, so I doodled her. So I don't know, I thought that was pretty fun. It was pretty fun just to doodle her. But yeah, so I gave this book 2.5 out of 5 stars because of what I said about how it kind of went off all over the place. But I don't feel like that made it a bad book in any kind of way. I just feel like, for me personally, I couldn't really get into the story with all of these other stories around it. But yeah, the writing style itself was pretty good, and like I said, the depth that this author goes into is freaking crazy. I don't know how long it took her to write this, but I'm guessing it took a long time, because there's so much in this book, you guys. Alright, well, that's my review for Random Magic. Check it out if you wish. And I will be posting another video showing you really quick the doodle that I did of Winnie, who was my favorite character because she's super kick-ass and snarky and sarcastic and awesome. So yeah. Thanks, guys. Bye.